The Book of Joshua, Chapter 1. After the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord said to Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' minister, to Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise, cross this Jordan, you and all this people, into the land which I am giving to them, even to the children of Israel. Through every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, it shall be yours, as I promised Moses. 4. From the wilderness and this Lebanon, even to the greater river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, as far as the great sea, toward the going down of the sun, shall be your boundaries. 5. No man shall be able to resist you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not fail you nor forsake you. 6. Be strong and of good courage, for you shall cause this people to inherit the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. 7. Only be strong and very courageous, that you may observe to do according to all the laws which Moses my servant has commanded you. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may succeed wherever you go. 8. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate thereon day and night, that you may observe to do according to all that is written therein, for then you shall succeed and prosper. 9. Behold, I have commanded you, be strong and of good courage, fear not, neither be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. 10. Then Joshua commanded the officers of the people and their scribes, saying, 11. Pass through the camp and command the people, saying, prepare for yourselves provisions for a journey, for within 3 days you are to cross the Jordan and go in to possess the land which the Lord your God gives you. 12. And to the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half-tribe of Manasseh, Joshua said, 13. Remember the word which Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, saying, the Lord your God has given you rest and has given you this land. 14. Your wives, your little ones, and your cattle shall remain in the land which Moses gave you on this side of the Jordan, but you shall cross over armed before your brethren, all of you who are mighty men of valor, and help them. 15. Until the Lord gives rest to your brethren, as he has given you, and they also have possessed the land which the Lord your God gives them, then you shall return to the land of your possession, and shall inherit it, and the land which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you on this side of the Jordan, toward the sun rising. 16. And the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half-tribe and the Manassites answered and said to Joshua, all that you have commanded us we will do, and wherever you send us we will go. "17. Just as we obeyed Moses in all things, so we will obey you. Only the Lord your God be with you, as he was with Moses." Page 245. Rahab receives the spies. 18. Anyone who shall quarrel with you and will not obey your word in all that you command him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong and of good courage. Chapter 2. Then Joshua the son of Nun sent out from Shittim 2 men who were familiar with the land, and said to them, go, view the land of Jericho. And they went and came into the house of a woman who was a harlot, named Rahab, and lodged there. 2. And it was told the king of Jericho, saying, behold, there came certain men here tonight from the children of Israel to spy in the country. 3. So the king of Jericho sent to Rahab, saying, bring forth the men that have entered into your house at night, for they have come to spy out the country. For the women took the 2 men and hid them, and said, truly the men came to me, but I do not know where they came from. 9. 5. And it came to pass about the time of the shutting of the gate, when it was dark, they went out, and I did not know where they went. Pursue them quickly, for you will overtake them. 6. But she had brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them between the stalks of flax, which she had piled up on the roof. 7. And the men pursued after them by the way of the Jordan to the fords. After the pursuers were gone out, after the spies, they shut the gate. 8. And before they lay down, she came up to them upon the roof. 9. And she said to them, I know that the Lord has given you the land, and that your terror shall fall upon us, and that also all the inhabitants of the land are terrified because of you. 10. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the waters of the Red Sea before you, when you came out of Egypt, and what he did to the kings of the Amorites, to Sihon and Og, whom you utterly destroyed. 11. And when we heard these things, our hearts trembled, neither did there remain any more courage in any one of us, because of you. For the Lord your God, he is the God who is in heaven above and on the earth beneath. 12. Now therefore swear to me by the Lord, because I show you kindness, that you will also show kindness to me and to my father's household, and give me a true sign. 13. And that you will save alive my father, my mother, my brothers, my sisters, and all that belongs to us, to deliver our lives from death. 14. And the men said to her, we will give our lives to death instead of you, if you will not disclose this affair. And it shall be, when the Lord has given us this land, that we will deal kindly and truly with you. 15. Then she let them down by a rope through the window, for her house was joined to the city wall, and she dwelt upon the wall. 16. And she said to them, go by the way of the mountain, lest the pursuers meet you, and hide yourself there 3 days, until the pursuers have returned, and then you shall go your way. 17. And the men said to her, we will be blameless of this oath, which you may have made us swear. 18. Behold, when we come into the land, you must bind this cord of scarlet thread through the window through which you let us down, and you shall bring your father and your mother and your brothers and all your father's household home to you. 19. And it shall be that whosoever shall go out of the door of your house into the street, his blood shall be on his head, and we will be guiltless. And whoever shall be with you in the house, his blood shall be on our heads, and we are guilty of if any man should harm him. 20. And if you disclose this affair, then we will be absolved from the oath which you have made us swear. 21. And she said, according to your word, so be it. And she sent them away, and they departed, and she bound the scarlet cord in the window. 22. And they went to the mountain. And stayed there 3 days until the pursuers were returned. And pursuers sought them throughout all the way, and when they failed to find them, they returned. 246. Crossing the Jordan. 23. So the 2 spies came down from the mountain and passed over, and came to Joshua, son of Nun, and told him all that had befallen them. 12. And they said to Joshua, the Lord has delivered all the land into our hands, for the inhabitants of the land are afraid of us. Chapter 3. And Joshua rose early in the morning, and they journeyed from Shittim and came to the Jordan, he and all the people of Israel, and lodged there and did not cross over. 2. And it came to pass, after 3 days, the officers went through the camp. 3. And they commanded the people, saying, when you see the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, and the priests and Levites carrying it, then you must proceed from your place and go after it. 4. And there shall be a space between you and the ark, about 2,000 cubits by measure, and you shall not come near to it, that you may know the way by which you shall go, for you have not passed this way before. 5. And Joshua said to the people, sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. 6. And Joshua said to the priests, take up the ark of the covenant and pass over before the people. And they took up the ark of the covenant and went before the people. 7. And the Lord said to Joshua, from this day I will begin to exalt you in the sight of all Israel, and they may know that I was with Moses, so they may know that as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. 8. And you shall command the priests who carry the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, when you are come to the brink of the waters of the Jordan, you shall stand still in the Jordan. 9. And Joshua said to the children of Israel, come hither and hear the words which of the Lord your God. 10. And Joshua said, hereby you shall know that the living God is among you, that he will destroy from before you the Hittites, the Canaanites, the Hivites, the Perizzites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, and the Jebusites. 11. Behold, the ark of the covenant of the Lord of all the earth is passing before you in the Jordan. 12. Now therefore take 12 men from all the tribes of Israel, a man out of each tribe. 13. And when the soles of the feet of the priests who bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord of all the earth, shall rest in the waters of the waters of the Jordan shall be divided, and the waters that are flowing down from above shall pile up as though they were in sheepskins, one beside the other. 14. And it came to pass, when the people set out from their tents to cross the Jordan, and the priests who were bearing the ark of the covenant went before the people. 15. As soon as those that bore the ark reached the Jordan, and the feet of the priests who were bearing the ark were dipped in the brim of the waters, for the Jordan overflows its banks in the time of harvest. 16. That the waters that flowed down from above piled up as though they were in sheepskins, one beside the other, and extended for a long distance from the town of Aram, that is near Zeratan, and those that flowed down toward the sea of the plain, the salt sea, failed to flow, and were divided, and the people passed over opposite Jericho. 17. And the priests who bore the ark of the covenant of the Lord stood on dry ground in the midst of the Jordan, and all the Israelites passed over on dry ground until the people had finished passing over the Jordan.